Hey there, you're listening to the Serious Shift Blogcast. Half podcast, half blog, half video, and 100% serious shift. 3 times a week, Dennis comes to you with insights and attitudes to help you shift. Each Serious Shift Blogcast is all about helping you and your business become the best versions of yourself. Are you ready to become the best? Now your host, Dennis Mosley Williams.
Hi, I'm Dennis. Welcome back to the Serious Shift Blogcast. Thank you very much for your time today. I'm beaming in from my dining room in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. This is a blog about the seduction of a bigger market, the seduction of reinvention. So let me start with a little story. I fly a lot for work, as you know, or may know, and candidly, I guess, the luckiest person on the plane is going to be my seatmate. Okay, most people travel for work or business, and the person who ends up sitting beside me, usually, if we talk, and usually we talk a little bit, the person sitting beside me on the airplane is going to get a lot more out of the discussion than I will, because if they own a business, I know how to tell them how to shift their business from one that sells goods or delivers services to Stages Experience. And every business in the world is under threat because the game has changed completely for all kinds of reasons, but primarily because of the internet and FedEx has, ushered in commoditization across the board for everybody. So everybody fights a little harder to get attention, and everybody fights a little harder to get and keep a client. And, margins are tough, et cetera, et cetera. So, think about it. Often I'll sit down on the airplane with some person, and the most recent one was a dentist. And I told him all about what I would do if I owned a dental practice. I kid you not, at one point he goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe I want to ask you this. Can I write this down?" Well, you can write it down. I said, I just turn your iPhone on and record the conversation. You can just listen to this 1,000 times, right? Which is exactly what he did. Now, just fast forward. At the end, I feel amazing. It's really fun. My market, my industry, the financial services industry, they get a lot of exposure to me and other people like me, and lots of education and value-added services and things like this from their partners in the business, etc. So but this dentist guy, he doesn't get a lot of access to guys like me. So for him, just think about how funny it is. I got on the plane having just been paid well to talk about this stuff for an hour, and now this guy gets to sit beside me for 2 hours and pay me nothing, and it's all about him, and I just download on him. Do this, do this, do this. When the plane's all parked and we're leaving and shaking hands and saying goodbye, I feel incredible. 4 feet off the ground. I feel smart. I feel like I've got a purpose, like I just helped somebody see the light, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. And I think to myself, feeling that, gotta go, oh, why can't I do this? Why don't I feel like this every day? For the most part, I do, but this is new, right? It's new because he's a dentist. He's never heard of me. He has no idea what I'm doing, right? Or who I am. He's never thought of any of these concepts before, so it's totally thrilling. It's opening up the blinds and turning on the lights. I've changed his world. And as I walk down the jetway, floating in the air, I think, how many dentists are there in Ottawa? How many dentists are there in Eastern Ontario? How many in Ontario? I bet I could build a business and just work with people that own dental practices, or plastic surgeons, or general practitioners, or chiropodists, or chiropractors. You pick. You optometrists, stay in healthcare. We could go all day on it, right? There's a million folks. And if I could get one dentist, I could get 2 dentists, and then 4, and then 8, and so on and so on. And oh my goodness, I could reinvent DMW Strategic Consulting, and I'm off to the races. It's seduction. So here's what I'm going to caution you. Don't do it. Now, really quickly, I'm referring to an established market. I'm not saying, don't change the market that you're prospecting to. If you're prospecting to a market and nobody wants to hear from you and there's nothing there, by all means, change your target audience. I'm talking about, do you have an established business that you sometimes dream about reinventing? Don't do it. Because when you start thinking about changing to a bigger market, what you're actually saying is that the market you already have doesn't need you or depend on you or talk about you enough. That's the problem. The problem isn't the size of the market. The problem isn't familiarity with the market. The problem is, as my friend Dylan Place once said, you're coming in just off station. Your S's, he said, are just a little fuzzy. They're not quite responding to you the way you want them to. So it's not about the market. It's about the message. Not even the messenger. You're not getting your message through. Okay? Think about it. I need a new market. No. You already have a market. You just need to be needed by them and depended on by them, and you need to do work for them that makes them talk about you. That's the kind of work I do in my market, and certainly try every day to make it better. That's all we do. All we ever do is constantly look at what we do and ask ourselves, how can we make this 1% better for you? Believing that if you bring enough value to your market, they're going to bring other people to the party, so long as you stay authentic and generous. Bring them something that they need, something that resonates. They'll stay with you and bring other people they care about to the party. You don't have to worry about changing markets or finding clients. You need to worry about caring for the ones that you've got. Don't get seduced by the idea of a new market. Okay? Don't be seduced by that. Be seduced by the idea of mattering more. Now that's something you're allowed to think about all day long and then act on it. Anyhow, I just needed to share that. As always, my friends, thank you very much for your time and your attention and all the work you're doing out there. Thank you for caring. I'll see you the next time, okay? Take care now. Cheers.
If you're looking to transform the way you and your business does, well, business, head over to SeriousShift.com and download our latest strategy guide, The 3 Megatrends. It will forever change how you view your place in the future. Thanks for listening, and make sure to give Dennis a review anywhere you listen to your podcasts. See you next time.